Hello, good morning. My name is Srinivas. Today I am going to present my topic on sentiment and emotional analysis. Coming to the contents of my topic, which are introduction, types of sentiment analysis, challenges of sentiment analysis, tools used for sentiment analysis, applications of sentiment analysis, and future scope. Coming to the introduction, what is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis is the process of computationally identifying and categorizing opinions expressed in a piece of text, especially in order to determine whether the writer attitude towards a particular topic, product, etc., which may be either positive or negative and neutral. So, this sentiment analysis is a part of NLP, like it is which is the popular application of NLP. However, despite text processing being the vastest branch of the technology, it's far from being the only one. So coming to the types of sentiment analysis, there are three types of sentiment analysis. They are text sentiment analysis, visual sentiment and emotional analysis, and audio sentiment analysis. Coming to the text sentiment analysis. So in text sentiment analysis, which is a subset of NLP, like natural language processing, text analysis, which may be written opinion mining, which are the simplest and most developed types of sentiment analysis. So like this text sentiment analysis has a high demand and a long history of development. They are also the most adopted ones by the business professionals. So the basic sentiment analysis, especially for commercial use, which can be narrowed down to the classification of sentences, paragraphs, and posts or documents, which may be either in like negative, neutral, or positive, as I said before. A more complex processing of sentiment and attitude, extraction of meaning, and classification of intent, and linguistic based emotional analysis are also gaining traction. And in addition to that, automated sentiment analysis, which is usually achieved through supervised deep machine learning and a lexicon based unsupervised process, or a combination of both. So like there are many ready-made data sets that often but not always employ social media, various review platforms, and publicly available question and answers. So like which are like some of the popular websites like Twitter and Amazon are being particularly popular choices for this text sentiment analysis. Coming to the visual sentiment analysis, like which is a part of multimedia sentiment analysis, and which is like less developed and commercially integrated when compared to the text based analysis. So some of the examples of current applications of emotional analysis are visual content, search by identifier, emotion identifiers like happiness, love, joy, anger, in digital image repositories and automated image and video tag predictions. So on the horizon, which is like automated understanding of people's emotions for educational, political, cultural, security, and other purposes. In addition to that, like currently the combined visual or text analysis as well as analysis of image annotations and companion text are still the major sources for machine learning processes aimed to create AI for visual sentiment analysis. Like the data for visual sentiment analysis can also originate from social media, like images from Flickr, Twitter, etc. So coming to the audio sentiment analysis, like in audio sentiment analysis, there are audio chat bots and they are becoming bigger part of our lives. Like every day, like we are using some audio chat bots in our daily life. One would be hard pressed to remember a recent customer service call without some sort of a canned response or greeting. So while for being perfect, these audio assistants either already used or soon to be used sentiment analysis, like which may be used for detecting stress, frustration, and other emotions from the tone of voice as well as the context is one of the tasks that machines can already do. Understanding of and the ability to stimulate the prosody and tonality is a big part of speech processing and synthesis right now. And also in audio sentiment analysis, there will be some existing emotion detection methods that are used for audio sentiment analysis, and also which usually go in pair with speech recognition. Coming to the challenges of sentiment analysis, this is a common notion in machine learning consulting now. Like the success of emotion AI in education will always depend on the quality of input data. So we need to present input data whenever we are doing this sentiment analysis. So which plays a bigger, better and cleaner data sets are necessary to avoid the garbage in and out situations. Like there are some challenges of sentiment analysis, like in text sentiment analysis, visual sentiment analysis and audio analysis. Like in these three types there are some challenges. Now we will see the challenges one by one. Like coming to the text sentiment analysis challenges, so which may be like inability to detect double meaning jokes and inability to account for regional variations of language and non-native speech structures. Like for example, sarcasm is one of the good example for text sentiment analysis challenges, like which may be written in speech, which can be very hard task for us to process for emotion AI. So for identifying the emotion from the sarcasm is somewhat difficult when compared to other things, like which can result in a skewed understanding of meaning and intent. So when it comes to social media, which may be like completely different, like the sources for opinion and intent mining by machine learning algorithms, the language there is like somewhat different and not necessarily a truthful representation of real life speech. So coming to the visual sentiment analysis challenges, like it is like somewhat different from text sentiment analysis challenges. Like it is inability to distinguish between genuine and forced or exaggerated emotional expressions, not accounting for body language, problems with processing concepts and abstract imagery. For example, like one of the obvious uses of emotion and sentiment analysis that comes to mind are security and defense applications. For example, visual lie detectors. So far, the problem associated with this level of algorithmic perceptance is that will be lies on in the field of understanding genuine emotions. And also like while there are some recent successful studies which developments aimed at spotting real versus fake facial expressions, like we can identify which is fake and which is genuine by this visual sentiment analysis. Coming to the audio analysis challenges, so it is not accounting for various accents, like which is like regional speech patterns, personal idiosyncrasies of pronunciation and so on. So coming to the example for audio analysis challenges, like there are many non-native speakers which may retain accents when speaking a second language. So whenever there are some like people who are not native, like they can retain some accents, like which may be like which may feel like it is a second language for them. Okay, and also like among other things, accents can manifest in carried over tonality shifts, speed and pausing variations that are not characteristics of native speakers. Like we can easily identify who is native speaker and who is non-native speaker with their audio. Coming to the tools for sentiment analysis, like there are plenty of tools available. Like some of the tools for sentiment analysis are Monkey Learn, Lexicalitics, Meaning Cloud, Avario, Brandwatch, etc. Like coming to like Monkey Learn, I want to discuss some things about Monkey Learn. Like Monkey Learn hosts a suite of text analysis tools, including a ready-to-use sentiment analytics tool with exceptional accuracy. So Monkey Learn's products easily integrate with tools like Zendesk and Google Sheets. If you know how to code, like you will be able to use Monkey Learn API to connect to sentiment analysis tools to your stack. The advantage of building your own sentiment analysis tool is that it will be of more accurate for us. And coming to Avario, like Avario is a real-time social listening tool which may be used for sentiment analysis to analyze tweets, posts, etc. So for detecting sentiment of brand mentions in real time, you can gather timely data about your business. You can also monitor sentiment around particular keywords you want to track. So coming to the applications of sentiment analysis, like there are so many applications by sentiment analysis, like social media monitoring, listen to voice of the customer, like a customer support ticket and analysis, listen to voice of the employee, product analysis, market research and competitive research. Like there are many applications of sentiment analysis. So coming to the future scope, like identifying and predicting market trends, like which may be it enables us to analyze like large amounts of market research data which may be used to spot the emerging trends and better understanding when the consumer like for consumer buying habits. Like if we want to know the customer what he is going to buy, like we can target some type of customers by identifying this data. Okay, and that is one of the advantage of this sentiment analysis. And coming to the second point, like it is keeping an eye on the brand's image. Like sentiment analysis is frequently used to investigate user perceptions of a product or a topic. You can also use it to conduct a product analysis. Like we can do analysis for the products, like which type of products are selling more, which type of products are customers are buying more products, like, and we can target like some of the products and also the customers who are buying that products. Okay, coming to the next point, like examining public opinion polls and political polls. Like we can examine the public opinion polls, like for example, if there are any election polls going on in the country, like we can people can give their opinion like which person will win, like which person will get majority of votes, by analyzing some tweets in the Twitter. Like there will be a survey, like the people who will conduct the survey, by the end of the election the survey polls will be announced the results, like who is going to win, which person has the favor, like most probability chances of winning the election. Like that we can identify all these things by using this sentiment analysis, particularly Twitter sentiment analysis. For example, like data from customer feedback is being analyzed, like we can analyze the customer feedback, whatever the customers are giving feedback about the products, like we can analyze by tweets by using that sentiment analysis. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.